Welcome back, everyone, to Shock Mania. It's February 4, and we're going to look at the newest trailers that came up, or the newest movie listings that came up on Adrian's website, Donut Movies and Mania. Check out the website below, moviesandmania.com, for you to have a chance to have a look at just whatever the new movies, horror movies are that are coming out. Although, as Adrian would say, I don't just cover horror, Dan. I cover other stuff, but mostly horror. Anyway, there's four that I got for us today. Now, I followed my gut and did not watch any of these beforehand, so I don't know if there are some shitty trailers like last time. 4 movies this time. This time, 2 big budget ones, 2 not so big budget ones. Imaginary. You've seen the thumbnail. Imaginary, Longlegs, Dr. Gift, and Desert Fiends. So first up, let's check out Imaginary, which comes from Blumhouse Productions. So let's check it out.
Every culture has a name for it.
From the producers of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Friends.
I like the idea that Five Nights at Freddy is now a selling point for a
Good.
movie, which,
I had such good memories
it wasn't
here.
a bad film.
Maybe my happy place can be our happy place.
Who left you
Alrighty.
all alone down here?
It was just my imagination.
I'm playing a new game with Chauncey.
The scavenger hunt
I have to
list.
admit,
That's
I like
fun.
Blumhouse movies.
Chauncey says you're not allowed to play with us.
Oh,
Ugly doll.
Because you left
The
him.
teddy bear.
I need something happy.
something happy.
Ugh, that bugs freaked you out.
If I can finish my list, Chauncey will take me on a trip to the place he's from.
Something that hurts.
Alice?
So it looks like the doll is tricking her from doing things. I like
You've
the
been
sound.
spending time with a new friend?
I liked Megan, by the way.
He
I thought
asked you to
Megan
do
was
something
good.
that
I liked
hurt
the
you.
black phone.
That was
I thought
part
that
of
was
the
good
game.
too.
Does that
I
seem
like Five
like
Nights
a
at
game
Freddy.
a good friend would
was
want to
good too.
play?
Maybe we shouldn't play together anymore, Chauncey. Maybe we shouldn't be friends. No.
Come alive, bear.
Alice?
It's like a 10 with a horror version.
Alice? Alice?
She's lost, but we're gonna find her.
Every culture has entities that tether to the young. We
And
call
this
them
too,
imaginary friends.
Doll movies
You
that
were always
usually
playing with your
love to
imaginary
watch.
friend. When the connection is severed, the entity becomes enraged.
He says he's right behind you.
But it was just my imagination.
Can I hang out with your imaginary friend?
He's not imaginary. He's not your friend.
At least it looks like the kid can act. Come on. You know what? I think that looks really cool. I do. I am a fan of movies where dolls come to life and hunt down and stalk people. And I think that looks cool. It's giving off Ted vibes, but like a horror version of Ted. So let's have a look at the synopsis that Adrian's got printed here on Movies and Mania. Imaginary is a 2024 American horror film about a little girl's friendship with a stuffed bear that turns out to not be friendly. A bit more of a plot. Jessica moves back to her childhood home with her family. Her youngest stepdaughter, Alice, develops an eerie attachment to a stuffed bear named Chauncey she finds in a basement. Alice starts playing games with Chauncey that begin playfully and become increasingly sinister. As Alice's behaviour becomes more and more concerning, Jessica intervenes only to realise Chauncey is much more than a stuffed toy bear that she believes him to be. Yeah, I'm going to put faith in this one. March 8 is the US release. So I'm going to put faith that this one is actually going to be something that will be worth watching. I'm starting to really like American output for horror lately. I've mentioned this before, and I think this one we can probably add to, hopefully, the good pile. I'm one of those people that adds things like Megan to the good pile, the black phone to the good pile, and Five Nights at Freddy's. Look, break it down to what it was, and it was an enjoyable film. it wasn't supposed to be full-on scary, and certainly it had its key audience of, those 11 to 16-year-olds, the people who are really into the game. But for what it was, Five Nights at Freddy's was actually quite well done. And this looks like that this is the same kind of building on that horror vibe, but hopefully stepping it up a notch into the bit more older teen adult kind of audience. No indication from that trailer whether it's going to be bloody or have some swearing in it, so we don't quite know whether they're going for that American R rating, which gives it that kind of violent feel, or whether they're going to keep it at that PG rating that a lot of movies tend to get in America. It's a bit of a shame that we're kind of bound by American cinema regulations for the rest of the world, but hey, it is what it is. I say for Imaginary, I would like to see it. Maybe a bit more of a wait and see approach, but I definitely think that there is some fun to be had with a movie about a stuffed teddy bear that comes to life. I know it's not original, but it's still fun. And something for a bit more for the modern day. Now, the next one we're going to look at is something called Longlegs. Now, I believe that this contains a certain actor that a lot of us might really like. So let's check out the trailer. This is the full official trailer, minute 24, for Longlegs. The picture frame is a bit of a square, so I'm wondering whether that's... No, it's just a bit of style for the trailer. This is one of those moody horror films. Moody trailer for sure. Finally, hey. Okay, now it's definitely Nick Cage. So thanks, Adrian. This is the first time I've heard of this film called Longlegs. It's 2024. The trailer was extremely moody, and at least it did contain a couple of violent scenes in it. So let's check out what the synopsis is, courtesy of Movies and Mania. Longlegs is a 2024 American mystery horror film about an FBI agent investigating an unsolved serial killer case that appears occult-related. Now, I like the sound of this. Okay, so a bit more detail in the plot. FBI agent Lee Harker, played by Maika Monroe, is assigned to an unsolved serial killer case that takes an unexpected turn, revealing evidence of the occult. Harker discovers a personal connection to the ruthless killer and must stop him before he strikes again. Okay, so personal connection to the ruthless killer. So this is a kind of a plot point for horror movies that we've seen before. Can think of. Like in Scream, where the newer Scream, where the chick's related to Billy Loomis, that kind of thing. So it says here that photography filming was done last year, 2023. So this has taken quite a long time to get this one up and ready. Here's a bit of a trivia for you. When describing it to John Carpenter, Nicolas Cage said, "It's about a character who's hearing voices. It's kind of like a possessed Geppetto who's making these dolls." Okay, so we've got a nice little Pinocchio reference there. Nice one, Mr. Cage. So I think that the key selling point for this movie will be, of course, Mr. Nicolas Cage. I had a look at this trailer just before I put it in the video. And in a day, it has got 1.5 million views on the official website. So clearly there's a lot of hype for anything with Nicolas Cage written on it. And perhaps just looking at that trailer, this might not be the crazy Nicolas Cage that we've seen the last couple of years. This might look like serious Nicolas Cage, which is good to have serious Nicolas Cage back. I think I might actually put this one ahead of Imaginary in regards to movies that I'd like to watch. I think so. What do you think of this one? I mean, I know we didn't get too much from the trailer, but at least there was that little bit of violence towards the end. And the synopsis of this one does sound great. So that's Longlegs, with Nicolas Cage being the headline act in that one. And we should expect it sometime in 2024. Just having a look if there's a release date here on Adrian's website. There is theatrically on July 12, 2024. So that's not too long to go. Well, it's half a year to go. So it actually isn't too long to go. But let's see what comes of that one. Okay, so now we've had a look at the two big budget movies, or bigger named movies. Now we're moving into the B grade territory. This one contains a bit of a Scream Queen favorite in Miss Danielle Harris. Everyone knows Danielle Harris from Halloween's 4 and 5. And she was in a movie a couple of years ago called Among Friends, where I believe she was also the producer of that one as well. But anyway, let's check out the trailer for this film that's called Dr. Gift. Let's go. It's already giving off low budget vibes straight away. This is a fairly short.
Is it true this place used to be an insane asylum where the infamous Dr. Gift killed dozens of people before finally killing himself?
Maybe not B grade, but maybe down a couple more grades in this one.
Well, hey there, Stud.
Pink-haired
Hello, ladies.
Coloured-haired freakos are in this.
Can I help you?
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot you could do for us.
Miss Harris, nice to see you.
We are psychic mediums, and we will be performing a seance here this evening.
Now, I fully believe there's a way to make these movies watchable. I'm just...
Well, boys, we did good.
The audio quality is just what gives it away. What is it? It's a fun film.
Bad news, amigo. You are fucked. Good news is, we're going to unfuck you.
She's doing the killing for that. Interesting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what Adrian says about Dr. Gift on Movies and Mania. Is a 2023 comedy. So this is the problem. Comedy horror film set in a bed and breakfast that used to be an insane asylum and has a door to hell itself. Okay. There's potential to be something fun here. More beefy plot. In the haunted corridors of the Lockhouse Asylum, a psychotic doctor conducts gruesome experiments on his patients. 70 years later, the asylum reopens as a bed and breakfast, and the doors to hell is opened along with it. Yeah, okay. If it was an Airbnb, because we know we hate Airbnb people, maybe I could get a bit more behind this one. I think it's Danielle Harris that is probably the key attraction for this film. Otherwise, I'm not too fussed on what this one's about. And in fact, I'd probably want to move on to the last trailer in this one, and it's quite long. Unfortunately, it's about 4 minutes long. So let's hope it's freaking good. This is Desert Fiends.
Deformed people at a rock concert committing terrible acts of violence.
This reporter always loved nature and the wilderness.
Did you guys get a look?
It's giving a really
what was up with their faces?
cheapy vibe straight away.
I feel like I could make videos on this subject for the rest of my life.
Did you guys get a look at those killers at the concert? Did you see that one's nose? Ugh. I think it looked like a penis.
Said it looked like a penis.
It's a very exclusive very
Right.
music festival that takes place out in the middle of the Nevada
A
desert.
music
And
festival
I have to know someone
takes place in the
or
middle
be
of the
someone
desert.
to get him, and I am someone.
Doesn't look like it's very well.
There's your wristband. Get out of here. Right this way, please.
Festival is now open. No tickets, no entry.
Hey guys, it's Meg Otto with one of the biggest fans of Callie Bellins, Wesley. So what do the Bellins mean to you?
This band means everything to me. I've been spinning their records since I lost my
Wow.
Get your custom
Dialogue.
t-shirt design. Put on
A hole is a hole. Okay.
Y'all out here looking for the same thing I'm looking for?
Oh, my precious star child.
You mean to tell me we haven't abandoned our own backyard and can't even buy
Take the good with the bad, Dan. Take the good with the bad.
VIPs at this event.
We have VIPs, dude. Very important piece.
One of our company trucks with hazardous material has been abandoned in the
Okay.
desert dumping zone.
You know, this trailer's just a smidgen too long. We're probably at that point now we cut the trailer off. Oh, I know that guy. Who is that guy?
Kenny? Kenny, that you?
Ooh. Ooh, thank God we didn't stop. Okay.
Retrieve the truck and clean up any mess out there.
This one's going for the good gore effects. Okay. Hope you're sticking around to watch this one.
It's here to Papa Bear. Good news. There's a rock and roll concert near base camp. Even better news. We're gonna be eating for a long fucking time.
Cannibals?
Okay, Papa.
Is that what we got here? This dude looks like Joe Pesci. Oh, bag hits. Okay. Oh, okay. So someone's had a... I'm not going to say no to decapitations. Okay. He's holding up a dick. Okay, so this kind of looks Scout Taylor Compton. Oh, where do I know her from? Bai Ling. Hold on, this has got a half decent cast in it. Eric Roberts. What is this? That's it, Robert Lozado. I do know who that is. Michael Paré as well. Tom Arnold. This guy. Okay. You know what? I take back everything I said about the trailer at the start. I do take back everything I said about it. This... It was well worth them going the full hog at 3.5 minutes for this one.
Fetch me the dick syringe. It's time for me to get...
So it still looks a bit cheesy, but at least the cast is freaking good. And the effects look fantastic. They really do. Alright, let's have a look what Adrian says on Movies of Mania about Desert Fiends. It's a 2024 American horror film about 6 friends who break down in the middle of nowhere on the way to a rock concert and encounter a deranged family that lives in the desert, killing anyone they come across. Not exactly an original plot, very kind of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Wrong Turn kind of vibes. But that's fine. That's fine. Now, Adrian's pulled out a choice quote that he feels. Breaker 6ix9ine, it's Papa Bear time. Good news, there's a rock and roll concert near base camp. Even better, we're going to eat for a fucking long time. And I think that's it was something that we picked up from that film. Now, more Sean C. Phillips directed movies. This is from the same guy who directed Skate to Hell in the previous video that we looked at only a couple of days ago. So clearly this guy's very, 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 very busy with films. And let's just have a look at that cast again. So, Scout Taylor Compton. Now, I'm pretty sure off the top of my head she's been in a Halloween film. Eric Roberts is just in everything. We've got Michael Paré, Tom Arnold, and Robert Lozado. So, quite a decent cast that I think is going to make this a fun movie to watch. And of course, there's some really, really, really good visual effects in this one. In regards to a release date, I don't see anything listed as a release date. Now, this guy, so Adrian on his website has listed some of this director's previous works. Cheer Bloody Murder, Amityville Bigfoot, Amityville Shark House, Amityville Karen, Mistletoe Massacre, Woods Witch, and believe it or not, all of those from 2023. So this guy is some kind of machine that just pumps out films. 4 trailers. We've had a look at 4 trailers. I think 3 of them actually are quite enjoyable. I would rank Longlegs on top. Then I would go Imaginary, then Desert Fiends, and lastly Dr. Evil. Sorry, Dr. Evil, but you didn't look that great. The other ones did look great. Even Desert Fiends with its cheesiness looked like it's going to be good cheese to watch. What do you think of the 4 trailers that we looked at? If you had to rank them in an order, what would you do? And which one are you looking out for and why? I am the Arnie Dance. You are watching Shock Mania. Thank you for sticking around. Please press like if you enjoyed it. Do that shit where I say subscribe for more. Check out Adrian's side at Movies and Mania. And otherwise, I'll catch you the next time. Thank you, everyone.